the Omer, counting the Omer as well. Just one announcement today from the Institute, and then we will get started in a seated position in a couple of moments. So as you get your props together, please join us for a book talk. Our next book talk on Wednesday, May 20th. Rabbi Josh Fagelson in conversation with Rabbi Karen Aviv, who has just come out with an amazing new book. Forget the exact title. Oh, the exact title, Unlearning Jewish Anxiety. Unlearning Jewish Anxiety by Rabbi Karen Aviv. She's located in Denver, Colorado, and she is currently a member of the Clergy Leadership Program, the 6th cohort. And so I have the wonderful opportunity to be learning together with her and being in contact with her. Wonderful, wonderful teacher. Please join us for that book talk. May 20th, Exploring Jewish Spiritual Practice, Resilience, and Belonging in a Rapidly Changing World. Exploring how Jewish wisdom can help us meet today's social and spiritual challenges with clarity, compassion, and hope. So the link is here. It will be here again after class. And I want to mention that soon the link will be out for my Shabbat retreat at Kripalu in the Berkshires. It's going to be October 29th until November 2nd, Thursday evening to Sunday noon, Thursday, October 29th until Sunday, November 2nd. If you're looking to have some more yoga, some time together with me in person, and some time in Shabbat community, Kripalu is magical. And so save the date. Registration link should be out in a week or two, and I will share it. Okay, friends, let's get started. I'm going to start in a seated position. That could be on the chair, or that could be propped up on blanket or block or bolster. However you wish. We'll start with a little bit of seated cat-cow, arching and curling. So as you inhale, roll toward the front of your sitting bones, arching, lifting the chest, opening the front of the chest, widening the collarbones as you squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other and perhaps gazing up. And as you exhale, roll to the back of the sitting bones, curl the spine, send the mid-back back. You can even clasp hands and send the knuckles forward. It feels so nice. Inhaling, arching, lifting. And exhaling and curling. Take this in your own time. Anywhere you want to just hold and explore, go for it. Any sighs, moans, noises you want to make are welcome. Nobody's listening, so you're good. Let it go. When we sound, we release a lot of tension. It's very helpful. Really use the breath as you move, so you begin to link movement and breath. Come on back to center. We'll take the gaze over the right shoulder and over the left shoulder, just going side to side, nice and slowly. Breathing. Let your gaze lead you. And feel easy in the jaw. See where you can release. Oh, it was all dark when I woke up, and now it's sunny and beautiful outside my window. Maybe our intention in yoga created that. So beautiful. And come back to center. Take the right ear to the right shoulder. Just nod the chin a couple of times. So you get the side bend, you get a little activity here as you nod. Just opening the left side of the neck. And then inhale up to center and exhale the left ear towards the left shoulder. And same thing, if you'd like to have a little movement forward and back, just nod the chin, nod the head. Mm. Mm. And then come back to center. I'm going to take a balancing breath called Samavriti, even breathing. So we're going to inhale for 4 and exhale for 4. Inhaling through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and exhaling through the nose, 2, 3, 4, and continue like this. If my count doesn't work for you, you just find your own count here that inhale and exhale are even. Counting internally for yourself. Feeling in the inhalation, the opening of the belly, the rib cage, the upper chest. And then emptying the upper chest, the rib cage, the belly. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose, just easy. This isn't about tanking up. It's just about a basic, easy enough breath, maybe a little bit elongated. But the idea here is to make inhale and exhale even, harmonious, balanced. A couple more rounds like this. And then when you complete your next exhale, just let your breath go back to normal. The word for breath practice in yoga is pranayama. It's 2 words in Sanskrit, prana, ayama. So prana is life force, in Hebrew chayut, and ayama is a lengthening. So prana is life force and also connected as breath. So lengthening of the breath is a lengthening of the life force. I'm going to share a little bit and then we'll continue with our practice. So mostly today is the 3rd of the month of ER. And what we're going to talk about today is the 3rd sphira that we work with during the Omer, Tiferet. Beauty, radiance, harmony, balance are some of the words for Tiferet. Before we get to that, for a moment, I just want to square us in the Jewish calendar to say that tomorrow, is Yom HaZikaron in Israel, Memorial Day. It's a much bigger and heavier day, tends to be in Israel than it is here. That's tonight and tomorrow. And there's often what's called tekes ma'avar, a crossing over ceremony, as we go from Memorial Day into Independence Day. So they're back to back. And that's Yom Ha'atzmaut, Independence Day, and also known by many as the Nakba, Arabic for catastrophe, referring to the mass displacement of Palestinians during the 1948 war. So Yom Ha'atzmaut, Nakba, and Yom HaZikaron beginning tonight. So I want to talk about, and of course, that's all complex and could be a whole series. But today we're going to talk about Tiferet. As I said, beauty, harmony, radiance, balance, also known as truth, emet, and associated with the patriarch of Jacob. It's seen as the balance point between chesed and gvura, what we studied in the first 2 weeks. Chesed, generosity, kindness, compassion; gvura, strength, limits, boundaries. So it completes the first triad, right? You have the synthesis, the synthesis of chesed and gvura, these polarities of unbounded love on one side and total boundaries and limits and deen, judgment, on the other side. And then truth is sort of the whole of being that comes in and joins and integrates the extremes. Today, specifically, is Netzach Sheb'Tiferet, endurance or eternity within harmony, within balance. I love studying yoga in the week of Tiferet because yoga is about harmony. It is about balance. It's the balance of science and art, of alignment and studying the body, and then the art of really knowing how to understand one's own self within this system, and how to adapt and align and integrate ourselves. And yoga is really, I think, a very architectural balancing act, and so beautiful. So today I think we can just rest in Tiferet. We can rest in this appreciation of these aspects of our practice, and how beautiful and balanced the entire system of yoga is, which goes way beyond the postures. But here we look at the postures, and even just within asana, within the postures, it's such a beautifully balanced system. So seated, whether you're in the chair or on the floor, let's begin by internally rotating the shoulders, turning the palms down and back, and maybe even up, and then externally rotating, open the palms up toward the ceiling and maybe a little back, and just rotate this way, backwards and forwards, and feel this in the shoulder. And you're welcome to just take one at a time if that's easier. You could feel that rotation in the shoulder joint, and also this, how it kind of, there's a bit of reaction all the way to the collarbone. And then internally rotating your arms, take them behind you, and either take one hand to hold the other arm like so, or clasp opposite elbows, right? So either right here or closing it. If you do just one, then of course take the other side also. But actually, there really are two sides to this. So internally rotate, take one behind, it doesn't matter which, hold the opposite arm, and then either keep the arm extended or bend the other elbow. Right, so you actually have one forearm on top, and then we'll switch and do the other forearm on top. And just pause here and feel that internal rotation for the shoulders. And then release, and then do it the other way. Take the other one to begin. And then either keep the other arm extended or bend. And notice it's just, perhaps it might be quite different, might be a little different on the second side. And then release. We're going to take a low lunge, and if you want to pad up your mat with a blanket, then you can, just for your knee here. Let's take the right foot and step it forward. And just allow the hips to pulse a little bit. You can take the blocks, if you would like to lift up the torso a little bit. And just explore this low lunge for the left quads and hip flexors. And then we're going to take some movement with the arms. So inhaling as we bring the right arm forward and up, and then exhaling as we bring it back and down around. Inhaling forward and up. Opening the torso, a little bit of twist as we come back, and exhaling back and down. And you can follow the fingertips with your gaze if you would like. That helps with a little bit of twisting action here. One last time. And then take your blocks on the inside of your right knee. Bring the knee out and come onto the outer blade of the right foot. See a little turnout here. You can just rock this in any way you like. So get a little more buttock, outer hip. You can also come down, lizard lunge, they call this, onto the forearms. Forearms to blocks or forearms to floor, if you'd like. And then draw the knee back toward the center line. Sit the hips back in a little hamstring stretch. Good, and then switch sides. Left foot forward, right knee back. Low lunge. Little pulsing. And then we add the left arm, inhaling forward and up and exhaling around. So we started with that even breathing exercise to honor the theme of Tiferet as balance, as harmony for the breath. It's a really nice one, just a basic breathing to even out inhale and exhale. It helps when you're a little anxious or tense in the body, or just any time. And then come on back with those arm circles. Move your blocks to the inside of the left foot. And then we're going to roll that left knee out to the side onto the blade of the foot. Just investigate this a little bit. Lizard lunge. Can come down if you like. Any kind of movement with this. And then bring the knee back to the center line. Sit the hips back, a little hamstring stretch. Rock forward, tuck the back toes, step forward. Ragdoll. And then we reverse a swan dive up to standing. We'll take a side bend. Feet hip width apart. Inhale the right arm up and overhead and exhale, side bend over to the left. I can press a little bit on the hips. Come on up and change sides, windmill the arms. Inhaling and then exhale, side bending. Second time, if you'd like a little bit more, bring the feet together, lift the arms up, and then hold the right wrist. It looks like this with the left hand. And inhale, pull a little bit on the wrist as you come up and over, or you can steeple the fingertips, steeple the hands, or just take the same side bend we did before with the hand on the hip. And then inhale up, you'll change sides, grab the left wrist with the right hand or steeple. Inhale, lift up, and exhale, side bending. When you're ready, come on up. Grab your chair or your blocks. Place the seat of your chair in front of you. The chair would be facing you, or you can use the sofa or a table or have your blocks in front of you. If you don't have either one, you're just going to take hands to the shins as we fold forward. Inhale and lift. Exhale, fold forward. Forward bend. Feet are parallel, legs parallel. Ankles, knees, hips in one line. Lengthen the spine on the inhale. And exhale, if you'd like, fold forward. Let the head come down. Perhaps your first forward bending of the day. Just feeling into it. And then either roll up or take the hands to the hips, press into the feet, and inhale and lift through the spine as you come up. Squeeze the shoulder blades, gaze up, and exhale. Come back to center. Warrior two. So we look for balance from side to side. That sense of Tiferet as we practice yoga, we do one side, the other side. Balancing out the nervous system from side to side. So take the legs wide. Right, left toes in, right toes out. The hands can be on the hips or the hands can be extended from the shoulders. Inhale, exhale, and bend through that right knee. The gaze is over the right shoulder. Warrior two. Got a little going on in this shoulder, so I'm just gonna go easy with that. So if you're following me as a model, just so you know that. That's my reminder to you to always take care of yourselves. So my words are just suggestions. If they work for you, great. If they don't, try something else or leave something out or stay a little longer if you want a little more. The practice is yours. And then come on up, turn the feet, and we'll go the other direction. Inhale, feel the form and the space that you're inhabiting, and then exhale, bend through that left knee. Warrior two on the other side. Few breaths here. When you're ready, straighten out and come on up. Heel toe or hop the feet together. We'll look at a balance pose, tree pose. So starting with the right leg as the standing leg. And I'm just going to remind you that we can take it here, here, we could take it up here, or we can take tree pose right here with the foot on the chair. That's another beautiful variation. So wherever you want to be. And for more balance help, you could have your back to the wall. So find your tree pose. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. Take a soft gazing point at the wall or on the floor several feet in front of you. Soften the gaze. Press the balancing foot into the standing leg and press the standing leg into the balancing foot. No pain, no strain for the knee. And when you're ready, release. Just come to mountain pose. Pause. The Tiferet is this harmony through the whole system that we achieve by finding even standing. Or we work toward it by finding even standing, even breathing. And we can pause and do this at any moment in the day. It's always available to us. When we're standing in line, waiting, and find this balance. When we take a break and get up from our desk, when we stand at the sink. And then let's take the other side. So remember, you can place the foot up onto the seat of the chair, or you can take just a kickstand or have the foot at the ankle, the calf, or above the knee. And find your spot. Take the palms together in front of the heart. If you fall out, no problem, just come on back in. Finding balance, Tiferet. And then come back once more to mountain pose, even standing. And what emerges from that balancing is beauty, is radiance. One more pose front to back that requires a fair amount of balance that we don't really think about it as a balance pose. It's known in English as pyramid pose. So you can take the blocks to your sides, or I'll model with the chair. Bring the right foot forward and the left foot back. The heel is down. We're going to fold forward. So first we're going to lift the chest. I'll show you a few options. First, we're going to lift the chest, and then we're going to come over. Actually, we'll do it twice. So hands to the hips. We're trying as best as possible to square the hips. That can be challenging to draw that left hip forward. Go easy with your low back. Hands to the hips, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other and lift the heart. As you exhale, fold forward and take your hands either to the chair or to your blocks. The spine is long. So we're just warming up the legs for this first one. Drawing that right hip point, right hip crease back. And then inhale, come on up, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other. Exhale, come back to neutral, and then switch legs. Left foot forward, right foot back. Hands to the hips. Inhale, again, squeeze the shoulder blades, open the heart. It's nice to keep doing that to counteract all the slumping we do. And then exhale, fold forward. Again, hands to the chair or hands to the blocks. Both legs are straight. And we're drawing the left hip crease back. The spine is long, not rounded, long. And then when you're ready, come on up. Again, hands to the hips and lift up at the heart as you squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, come back to neutral, and we're going to switch. So you might use the chair or the blocks again, or you might try this as more of a balancing pose. So right foot forward, left foot back. We're going to internally rotate the arms, and behind you, clasp opposite elbows, or take prayer hands up the back, whichever works best for you. So find this balancing. Find the balance of right to left. Find the harmony here in the body. Inhale, lift the heart. And then exhale, once again, fold forward. Finding the balance between front and back, side to side as you go. You can come as far down as forehead to shin. The spine is long. I like to just work this length as much as possible. Couple breaths. And then when you're ready, lead with the crown of the head, pressing into the feet to inhale and slowly bring the torso up, 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 gaze up. And then exhale, step forward. Release the arms. Mountain pose. Other side, step the right foot back, the left foot is forward. And once again, clasp opposite elbows behind your back, or take prayer behind your back, palms together. Find the balance on the second side here. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold. Lengthen, drawing the left hip crease back. Again, harmony from front to back, from side to side. And just enjoying the beauty and the architecture of this pose. When you're ready, press into the feet, inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze, exhale and step forward, release the hands, mountain pose. Take a hand to the low belly, below the navel. Take another hand to the upper chest. Just pause and observe and feel that inner ecosystem. And when you're ready, release the hands. Gonna come to seated. Bring your blanket. Hold your blanket, have a seat. We're going to lengthen the legs. This can be a lot to try and sit up. This can be a lot for the hip flexors, so feel free to take a little bend in the knees. We're going to take the palms to the sides of the hips. Press down lightly into the palms as you widen the collarbones, squeeze the shoulder blades toward each other, and lift up through the crown of the head. Okay, you could stay right here, staff pose. Just feel the balance here from side to side. If you'd like, on your next exhale, start to fold forward, lengthening out your fingertips, maybe taking hold of your first two toes. Another option is separate your legs slightly, make whatever kind of tower you need with the blocks, and let the head rest there. So find as much length as possible, and then when you're done with that, you can let the forehead go. If you want a more restorative forward bend today. Whenever you're ready to come out, inhale and come up. So remember, we're balancing effort and ease, not too tight, not too loose, not too much chesed and in the sense of for those of us who might be overly flexible in the joints, right? Not too much with that, and also not too much in the strength. Just muscling through everything, that sense of gvura. So balancing chesed and gvura brings us to this harmony in Tiferet. One last position before we take stillness. We'll come to the floor and we'll take a twist. Okay, so two options for this. One is going to be knees to the chest and then the knees over to the right. And you could also put a block between the knees if you like. The other option, if you prefer to do a twist this way, is lengthen the right leg. Draw the left knee in towards the body. You'll inhale and then you'll exhale and take the left leg across. Left knee across. You want to, so either way you'd like, take that twist to the right. And you can also, if you're doing this one knee, one leg thing, you can support that left knee with the block so that you can keep that left shoulder also down. So we're really wringing out the abdomen. Wonderful for the paraspinal muscles. Then whenever you're ready, come on up And we'll take that twist to the other side. So it's either knees to the chest and both knees over the left, or left leg extended, right knee in, and then exhale that right knee down to the left. And again, you can support the knee with the block on any height so that you can keep that right shoulder down. Right, so we're not coming up with the right shoulder. We want to really work that diagonal of the twist from the right hip to the right shoulder. And we can also ground ourselves through the extension of that right arm. Whenever you're ready, come on back to the center. Give your knees a hug. And take anything you need before we settle into stillness. Any last movements. And then as you're ready, settling into stillness. Could be lying flat with the legs long, the arms out to the sides, palms facing up. Another option here is the lower legs to the chair. You can put the blanket on the chair and coming down like this. Couple minutes of quiet. This full surrender of effort. Allow the nervous system to take in all these embodied teachings on Tiferet. Begin to deepen the breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes, starting to come back to the surface. And take all the time you need to make your way up to a comfortable seat. And when you arrive in a stable seated position, ending as we began with that even breathing, make your inhale equal to your exhale. Maybe it's a count of 4 or 5 or 6. Finding the steadiness and balance between effort and ease. Balancing the poles of chesed and gvura with tiferet. And as you're ready, you can open your eyes if they were closed, come back to the room. Thank you all for practicing today. Chodesh Tov and Shavua Tov, and we're here for Q&A till the top of the hour. So do check out the wonderful book talk with Karen Aviv and Rabbi Josh Fagelson, Rabbi Karen Aviv and Rabbi Josh Fagelson on her book, recent book. And that's May 20th. And do save the date for Kripalu if you're looking for an in-person retreat, October 29 through November 2nd. And if you have if this has been meaningful to you or any of the other resources that we offer at no charge from IJS, please consider making a donation in any amount. It's always welcome. Helps us to continue offering these programs. And yeah, that's that. See you again next week, of course.